Good lord, we got a lot to unpack here, y'all, but it is your boy, Al King, back on that again with another banger for y'all's out here today there, y'all. Welcome on back to the channel. But guys, it was the 4th of July, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go see Jurassic World Rebirth. After everybody told me how bad it was, but I still walked in there hoping it's gonna be good. Boy, was I wrong. It's I will say it's okay-ish. Okay. It got better once they got to the island. And by the way, it's gonna be spoilers. But yeah, guys, so it was the 4th of July. Got the workout out the way. Your boy is looking stronger and more ripped as more and more as the days and weeks go by. But after I finished that worked out, hopped in the shower, your boy giddy on up all the way to the movie theater. And y'all, I get up in there. I ate good too. I had my motherfucking damn, what's that shit called? I had that strawberry milkshake. Everything was going according to plan. You know, I had good seats and everything. So I'm watching this movie, and I ain't gonna lie, guys. You know, once I saw the reviews and stuff, you know, because I'm not one of those people to just ignore film after, you know, I hear how bad it is, but I ain't gonna lie, at like once, cause I was so hyped for this film. Like, I'm a massive Jurassic fan. So when I heard how bad it was, okay, all right, Al. Even as this film bad, there's one good thing going for it. At least you got ass and titties in this film. At least you're gonna see ScarJo. You're gonna see Miss Scarlett Johansson. At least you're gonna see that, okay? So it's not gonna be all bad, and it ended up being an okay film. So ScarJo did her thing, the usual, and got some good eye candy throughout this film. But yeah, so watching this film, by the way, this film had one of the weakest opening scenes I've ever seen in movie history. Like, you're telling me that you got all this fancy tech and a candy wrapper was the main cause for everything to go haywire, and the D-Rex escaped and caused all this. Like, really? Like, this was the weakest opening scene. Like, I'm honestly astonished at how bad this writing was at the beginning. You know, it's one thing to not have character development like that. That's one thing. But when you open and you're opening with shitty writing, that is just insane for how big of a franchise this is. Like, y'all telling me, like, it's not hard to make a Jurassic World film. And then you got the nerve to call this shit Jurassic World Rebirth when it's really Jurassic World Unborn, because there is nothing rebirth about it. You open up the shit saying, by the way, guys, guess what? Most of the dinosaurs, they died off. They're all by the equator, the last remaining ones. I'm like, the fuck? Like, going back to Jurassic World Dominion, even though I didn't really like that film, it still has some moments I did enjoy. I don't know, that film might actually be more enjoyable than Rebirth now that I think about it. But at the same time, at least with Dominion, you know, like when you had all the underground dinosaur trade, like I'm thinking we finna go into some cool stuff like that with Rebirth. That would have been a cool direction. But don't get me wrong, this plot could have been not bad. It could have been better, but my biggest issue with it is that they didn't have too many settings. They literally filmed in a city for briefly, and then they filmed on the island. Like, y'all took us way back to the island. Y'all gonna call this Jurassic World? It should be called Jurassic Island because there's nothing world about this film. So I'm just trying to figure that out. But so yeah, so they go back to the island. I'm like, bro, like, this is really what y'all finna do? Like, y'all couldn't have put a T-Rex going savage in the city. You know, y'all couldn't have had a cyborg Spinosaurus. And y'all, okay, cool. Y'all got all these dinosaurs, the worst of the worst. Y'all couldn't have had a Spino T-Rex. Y'all know how savage that would have been? Or the D-Rex breathing fire. Like, come on, Gareth Edwards. Like, you can't throw some of that kaiju, you know, essence into this film. Like, did Universal just say, no, that's a bad idea? That's a very, very bad idea. You know, did Universal tell you that? But it's crazy to me that, you know, guys, this is official, guys. This is actually really scary in filmmaking right now, because now we're seeing that you can get not just big talent, big names to a film. You can also get writers like David Koepp, who, if I'm not mistaken, worked on the first Jurassic Park movie. And then you got Steven Spielberg. He's back, executive producer. I'm thinking this shit gonna be good because he's the executive producer. Steven Spielberg for the Chaos Theory and, if I'm not mistaken, the Camp Cretaceous TV show. And we know how good that storytelling was. They did fantastic with that. So I'm thinking, oh man, we're good. We're in good hands. They probably gonna pull some people from Chaos Theory, get all of them up in there. I'm thinking it's gonna be lit. They got Gareth Edwards, even though I think the first Godzilla movie he made, the 2014 one, was severely overrated, but it's very visually stunning and had a decent story in my personal opinion, but super overrated. Okay, cool. We got a decent director, so thinking it's gonna be good, but boy, was I wrong, Like, I will say this film got enjoyable once they got on the island. Once they got on the island, that's when this film got enjoyable. But guys, no character development really. You learn briefly about these characters. I'm just like, bro, like I barely got to know this person, and boom, they got knocked off. I'm like y'all couldn't have saved this person for later, like Ed Sheeran character. I feel like they should have done more with him. They knocked him off way too soon. Like, I'm just like, bro, really? Like, first one to go off, like literally get knocked off. I'm like, dude, like, he's supposed to be like the top security dude, and he gets knocked off. Like, why is this? Why am I not surprised? This happens so much in these types of movies, but it's crazy how we had this outdated storytelling. Like, everything felt so outdated about the story. And I'm amazed at like how big of a franchise this is, and the storyline is so weak. And I bet ScarJo Mahershala Ali read this and it was like, we finna make a bag off of this one, y'all. We making an easy bag. Hey, fans, we can give y'all better, but hey, we gotta eat good too, so I can't even get upset. Hey, actors eat good off of these studios. It's crazy how just bad the writing is. I'm just like, this is 2025 and we're still kicking out this shit. Like, but at the same time, they're gonna keep doing it because guess what? These studios are very good at hyping us up, playing with our nostalgia, which we love nostalgia. So especially us Gen Zers. So yeah, they're cooking us with that. But yeah, they're doing all that, but they're still delivering us slop, And I just don't understand. Y'all telling me y'all can't reach out and get somebody like Clayton, what's that one person, Altori, that one girl, Gaming Bieber, Swerve. You get them all in a room and to discuss a very good plot. And then you got Steven Spielberg. You got all these creatives up in here, big creatives, and then you got the little guys in there. It's crazy how I feel like the average person can create better stories than these big Hollywood, big blockbuster movies. Like how? Like, I'm not gonna say how, but I mean, like, it's crazy to me. Like, how did we get to this point? Yeah, they're in dire need for help. And please, Universal, if you make a new Jurassic World Rebirth movie, the sequel, please reach out to some YouTubers. Reach out to your boy Al King. I ain't gonna steer you wrong. And then plus your boy is an actor as well. I'm in great shape too. So I mean, I would go savage on a Jurassic World film. Pretty sure everybody would love to see that. I mean, got the voice for it too. And I'm from Florida, so I mean, if I can survive Florida, I think I can definitely survive a Jurassic World movie for sure. So, but that's really all I gotta say there on that point. But going back to Jurassic World Rebirth, guys. So Jurassic World Rebirth, it shouldn't even be called Rebirth. It should have been called Jurassic World Unborn, because there's nothing rebirth about this film. Y'all literally went all the way back before the park was even open. All this experimental work. Got the worst of the worst dinosaurs over here. This is unborn, unborn territory. This is before. And the Distortus Rex, y'all did nothing awesome with him. At least he's still alive. At least y'all didn't knock him off. I will give y'all credit to that. But yeah, y'all should have done a lot more of this film. I feel like y'all spend way too much time on the island. And on top of that, once y'all got off the island, what the heck was the objective now? Are y'all ScarJo finna go blow all the money? I mean, not blow all the money. She finna go get a bag, get all the money. What's Jonathan Bailey character? What's he's gonna feel about the whole situation? We have no idea, but I guess that's gonna be a sequel. So, But that's really all I gotta say, guys. It was an okay film because I do like ScarJo. So for their eye candy, I'm gonna say this is an okay film, you know. But yeah, guys, cool scenes, cool action-packed scenes. I'll probably say the T-Rex river chase scene was definitely the best scene of this movie. But other than that, I mean, yeah, they really fumbled the ball with this film. But it is your boy Al King. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I'll be catching y'all on the next one. And guys, I've been doing a lot more edits lately, if you guys been seeing on the channel. So that's going to be a new thing. So if you like the edits, let me know. I'll keep on kicking them out. But that's your boy got to get that watch time up. But y'all take it easy.
I possess all your dreams. A demon preys on the weak. You better watch out for me. Mistakes were made, you will see. You should've never crossed me, 'cause now you'll never stop me. Revenge was my